Hey y'all, it's Vicky and welcome to the video. Today I am getting ready. I've been messing with my hair for a little bit. It needs to be washed again. It's kind of, it's that yucky dry from because the heat's running and, it just almost feels like a mop. I hate to say that, but it does. Anyway, it is what it is. As I say, I'm not gonna worry about it. So I decided today I'm looking for this oil that this goes on. This is the top to this Olaplex oil. I have the Olaplex and the Kerastase here. I probably need to go all in on it, but I've been avoiding that because I know once I do that, I'm going to have to wash it the next day. Anyway, if you've been watching me, you know the trouble I'm having with my having to wash it, but I'm not going to get into that today. We'll just move on. So I decided to shop my stash last night and get out some things that I hadn't worn in a while and see if it's something I want to hold on to. And of course, I start dropping stuff every time I move. So let me reach down and get this. See, everything drops on this desk. Okay, this is the Juvia's Place Velvety Matte Foundation. This color is, I don't know if it's on here. It was on the box and I threw the box out. See, that's why you should keep the box. I'll go back through what I bought at Ulta and it'll tell me what color it is. But this is a little goes a long way. Of course, it is matte, very matte. Very full coverage, so if you don't like full coverage, you would never like this foundation. I love it. I love full coverage, as you know. I love that full coverage matte doll look. Always have, always will. Some days I want to be light, some days I want to be full. Right now I want to be full. So I use that. I set it with the Dior powder. Lightly. Really probably didn't need to do it, but I did it just in case. It decided it wanted to crack, in case it got really hot. Then I got out this Natasha Denona Star Palette that I bought last year. This was my first purchase with Natasha Denona. And I will say that it is showing age. So maybe, I mean, it looks fine, but it is showing some age. It's not as creamy to me. It's more dry right now than what it was. So that's kind of telling me hers are not lasting as long as some shadows do. So, just take that into consideration if you ever are buying her palettes. And you're not one to use the same palette all the time, like me. I use the Rockateur blush. I kind of think this is probably getting old. I guess there's a little bit of color there, but not much. Would I buy this again? Probably not. I know this is some people's favorite colors, but it's fine. But there's just, I don't know. With blush, I hardly ever buy the same color again. Unless it's Nars Orgasm. And it's not that I buy it, it's usually I get it somehow. Either in a gift or something. Anyway, I'm trying to think. Yes, I have bought the Super Orgasm, but I don't think I've ever bought the regular Orgasm. It's always been in a perk or something that I've gotten. The main thing I did today was I got out some mascaras that I didn't have the other day and decided to give them one last try and decide if I felt they were worth anybody purchasing. Okay, the first thing I used was this Milani Primer. It's a lavender color. Now this is very wet to start off with, but it's now getting good. So I like this primer, but just remember it's really wet to start off with, so you might not, it might be too wet for you, so you might want to wipe off the brush to start with. Then I used this WetnWild Big Poppa. Now this is probably 3 months old maybe, and it's still just like it was brand new. Of course, I haven't used it much. It's too wet for me. I did wipe it off. I don't know what they're doing up there. I don't know. Anyway, I did wipe off the brush, and this is fine. I think it will be great when it dries out. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to leave it laying here and let it dry out. And then we'll revisit again. This is the Nars Climax. This is one that some people rave about and some people don't like. I don't care for it. It has that brush like the Too Faced, but this was no, I purchased this one. This is the travel size. I definitely wouldn't buy it again. I mean, there's so much better out there. But the combo with the Big Poppa is fine. I did curl them, and I went through with the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I always want to say Clump Crusher. And they're fine for today. They're almost a little bit too spidery for me, but the Clump Crusher got a lot of that out. And then on my bottom lashes, I used the primer, the Milani Primer, and then I used this MAC Zoom Lash in this blue color. And I don't even know if you can tell it's blue, but it's blue. They almost look black to me. So that tells you that there's some color in there, but maybe you really need to use a truly white primer instead of that lavender one. So that's what I used there. I did not use a highlighter yet. I used the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Satin Finish Concealer. And this is it's probably the lightest color or close to it. No, light peach. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know. At least it's not that old yucky yellow color. I'll put it that way. I don't know why people want to do concealers that color. I don't want a neutral concealer. I want it to be peach or pinky, something that is brightening. I'm sure somebody don't want that look, but some of us do. And I've seen too many concealers, do that neutral look, and just not into it. Just not into it. Okay, lipstick. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Come here. Hey, Billy. Billy. I would get him up here, but I'll get cat hair all over me. Anyway. Lipstick. I used the ByTerry, the one I bought Sunday. Impact Couleur Definition Contour. Now you can see that my lines are getting more prominent there. As I said, it is what it is. And my lip liner, I used this one from BK Beauty, Pink Lady. Now I didn't use the red, my Milani red. It's up here somewhere. But I didn't use that. I just decided I wanted to kind of, I don't know, add that little pinkiness to it. Now this lipstick is not truly matte, but I think that you will find it a little drying. So my guess is put a balm on top of it, or if you put a lip gloss over it, it's probably gonna bleed. So I'd put a balm if you have a balm. You know, chapstick, whatever. I put a balm, not a gloss. And my shirt is old. It came from Ross, I think. And I haven't worn my sweatshirt I bought Sunday yet. I don't know what I'm saving it for, but I'm saving it for something. So I do have to go again and pick up my friend. And fragrance today is going to be this Burberry Weekend. I looked to see if they had another one up there Sunday, and if they did, it was gone. Or somebody had hid it. You know, people like to hide stuff. People like to hide stuff up there at the Marshalls and TJ Maxx and Ross's. They hide it behind something they think nobody's gonna see. I've tried it too, but every time I go back, it's gone. So this is Wow Lips Wednesday. So if you follow the hashtag Wow Lips Wednesday, you'll see this over on Instagram. I'm going to get ready to do a picture in a minute. And I hope y'all have a great day. And happy Wednesday. Thank you for watching. Love you. Bye. All right, I'm back. The one thing I forgot to show you. I use this, what is it called? Eloise. This Eloise eye paint for my shimmer today. Now, it's pretty shimmery. So what I did was I just dotted it there in the center, and I went and got the blow dryer and I blowed it dry, because I knew if I didn't, it would end up way up here. So that's the way I suggest these liquid shimmeries, is get the blow dryer or get in front of a fan, close your eyes until it dries, and then it shouldn't, it might transfer a little bit, but not as much as if you didn't do it, if your eyelids are like mine, crepey. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much. See ya. Bye. Hey, go to work. I'm taking a detour first, you know, to pick up my coworker friend, whatever you want to call her. So this coat, I bought it on clearance, and I can see why it was on clearance. Well, it don't want to stay down, and I don't want to zip it all the way up here. It's a guess. It's a men's guess in a large. It's not what I wanted, but I guess it'll have to do. I mean, I want a puffy coat, but I want a nice puffy coat. This one, it's all right, but it's definitely not the one I want. The one I want, well, I keep toying in between two. One is North Face, and that other one is that Patagonia. Well, everybody's saying the Patagonias are not holding up anymore. So I look at the North Face. Well, there's nowhere around I can go try on the North Face in the women's, because I would have to get the 2X. But sometimes those 2X are even not going to fit me because of my breastises. You know, I'm wide through the back, and sometimes they cut those coats in too much, and I can't stand it tight. No tight. But they have it way too big and tight. So, I don't know. I went up to Mass General Store back in the fall, you know, to look, and they didn't have that much out then. I guess I need to go back, and I thought about going back this weekend because I wanted to go to TJ Maxx, and I don't know, they're calling for that storm this weekend, and I don't know if it's going to amount to what they say it is or anything, but I figure Mass General Store will be packed. Everywhere else is going to be packed because people's going to be freaking out. Because I reckon if everything lines right, this can be major for us. I believe it when I see it. Not going to say it's not going to happen, but I believe it when I see it. As far as us here, I'm sure up there it will be major. See, so many times the mountains, because we're in the valley, the mountains block us off. So when it gets here, we don't get much. Or it could be the opposite. So the mountains won't block us off and we'll get a lot. You know, we used to get a lot from the south, but anymore, the way the storms come from the south, the mountains block us. So anyway, I know y'all wanted to hear all that weather forecast. my meteorology education. So I haven't talked much about my knee or my leg. You know, it's my leg, knee, back. But I'm having some neuropathy. Now it's that whole left side of my body is ice cold. It's not when it feels cold to the touch, it's a cold feeling constantly. And maybe that's my own fault because I prayed for me to not be hot anymore. And it's not that I feel cold. It's just, you know, like that freezing feeling, like when you put ice on your skin. That's what it's like. Now, I did buy that Dr. Teals bath salt that has the menthol in it. I did not use it last night just to see if I felt any different. Well, I didn't feel any different, but maybe it needs to get out of my system. But it's not affecting my right side. So I can't believe that that menthol would be making me feel cold if it was not doing that all over my body. None of the creams I have in it have any menthol that I'm using. I did put black seed oil on it this morning, and that helped somewhat. But I don't know what the deal is, other than I guess it's neuropathy. Having heart palpitations last night. I have heart palpitations at times. Not sure what caused these, but whatever. Anyway, as I'm saying, I'm just sharing information. I'm not trying to, I don't need you to tell me to go to the doctor. I'm just talking because I need somebody to talk to. That's it. That's all it amounts to. I will go to the doctor when I feel it's time. So I'll talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.